Monday, July 7th, 2025. Back at the dacha. Actually, I was here yesterday. I didn't videotape. And I came out here to stain my lattices and to mow the lawn. So I stained a few lattices and I started mowing the lawn. Everything was going good. And then I almost finished and it started to rain. And it came down really, really hard. So I had to shut her down. And I'm back today to finish mowing the lawn. So here, let's turn the camera around. I'll show you what I got to do. Here it is. This is what I got left to do. So yesterday, you know, if I had maybe half an hour more time, I would have completed it because this little section is not done. And this right here is not completed. So I need probably about another 30 minutes max. And that's it. So I'll get it finished off. And what else do I want to do? Some of these branches right here, they're really low. I want to trim them off. And we have a bit of a wind today. So this is going to be good. There's no humidity right now. Bit of a breeze. So it should make working that much easier instead of it, you know, being very stagnant with no wind. I also cut my new planted grass the first time. So here it is. Whereas this right here, because this is 1 week behind, I planted this 1 week later. So I'll probably end up mowing that next week. But check this out. Everything is coming out pretty good. But I'm still keeping the rebar in the ground here just so that everybody else, including me, knows that the ground is still soft here. So can't walk for at least another week or two. The longer that we can hold off, the better it will be. Otherwise, if you step on it, you're going to have these little imprints and it's not going to be as smooth as it should be. So the last couple days we had temperatures into the low 30s. Today, let's take a look what the temperature is like. 21 degrees Celsius. All right, 21 degrees Celsius. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. I think the weather forecast did say that it's going to get to a high of around 23. So we pretty much, it'll be like this all day. So I got my chainsaw. I got my lawnmower ready and I got the gas ready, got to fuel it up, and let's go cut that little section and then we can start on snipping all those branches that are low to the ground. All right, let's go to work. Okay, there it is. All mowed over there and all mowed over there and looks good. So didn't want to leave it because otherwise next week is going to be twice as high. And it's not looking nice. So this way it looks more uniform with the rest of the lawn. All right, so what am I going to do now? Well, I want to grab some little snips and the saw, little hand saw, and these branches that are down over here that are really low, and this right over here, it's kind of in the way. As you're walking by, you're always hitting it. So I'm going to walk around the property and cut some low-lying branches. Let's go do that. Here it is. I got my saw, I got my snips, I got my wheelbarrow, and let's say this branch right here I got to take off, and right here, and this one right here, probably that one, and over here, as I was mowing, I was looking, and check this out. See this right here? The more it grows, the bigger it gets, especially in the wind. It's going to start rubbing more and more, and both branches will end up hurting. So I'm going to cut one of them, probably this one right here, because it's spiraling around. So I got to take that off, and probably this one right here. So I got a few that need to be taken off. Even right there, there's a few dead branches. So just doing a little bit of TLC. This one right here definitely has to go. kind of out of the way. And this one right here, you can see it kind of bows over. Has to be cut. So a little bit of a haircut for these sliva. This is a Far Eastern plum. So yeah, got to trim it up. I mean, you could see right here, if you're walking in a straight line, you have to go around because these branches are right at eye level. So definitely have to remove them. All right, let's go to work. Here it is, all done. So I cut all the branches that were to the side, making them more difficult to walk through here. This is opened up. Look how many branches we got just from one tree. So everything's cleaned up, looking much better. Even pulled the grass out from underneath so that the appearance makes it look much better. All right, so now we got to go onto that tree right there and that one. All right, but first, got to take this away into the burn pile. All right, this tree right here is trimmed up also. So this long branch right here was actually right there, and it was rubbing right about over here. It was rubbing, and I just didn't want both branches to get sick, so trimmed them up. Also a few of the low-lying branches, and over here just cleaned this up so it looks much better. And this one right here looks like it is sick, and upon closer examination I saw the problem. So right over there, there's a hole that the ants made. They're going in and out. I don't know if we can see. Let's take a closer look. There they are. And also they're running up and down here. So this is all drying out. Taking a closer look at the branches here and the leaves. Like they say in Russia, они повысли. But the bent over. I guess that's how you would say it. Повысли. И сухие, they're dry. So look at this. So what I'm gonna do is let this grow for the summer. At least it'll give a little bit of shade, and then the fall time, cut it down. And right over here, discovered a new tree. This one right here is the Manchurian nut. So it looks like a walnut, and it will be as big as that tree right there once it starts growing. So out with the old, this old one right here that's sick. So we'll have to cut it and pull out the stump in the fall time. And this one will take its place and will grow, and I don't know, 10 years, 15 years, it'll be like that. So it's gonna give us a lot of shade here. All right, well, let's put everything away and go to the front. I know in the front yard there's some branches that are low-lying. We'll have to trim them up. All right, let's go. Okay, what you're looking at is a Manchurian nut tree right here. And you can see these branches are right low down. So I'm gonna trim them up over here. And then I gotta walk out around and onto the road and trim some of the lower branches so that it can spring up. All right, let's start with the trimming. So just by trimming one branch, and it just sprang right up. And here's the branch right here that I cut. So it's about 2-3 meters long, and you could see the new growth right here. So it grows very, very quickly. I mean, that's 1 year's growth. So got to keep up with it. Otherwise, this branch is going to be weighing down and right to the ground. All right, let's go to the road and let's cut those branches. Okay, here we are on the road, and you can see the way this branch right here that moves along, and it's weighing down everything. So when you're driving, it's right on the windshield. So I figure if I cut a few of the lower branches, it'll spring up and it'll be easy to drive through. All right, start cutting. Okay, you can see here how much new growth there is. This is just in 1 year. So right from there and going all the way down. So you got about 1/2 meter. So this Manchurian nut tree grows really, really quick. And I'm gonna have to cut it off right here. All right, let's cut it. There it is. Our street looks so much better now. Now these branches are not hanging down, so they're not hitting the car when you're driving by. And got one wheelbarrow load here. Yeah, one tachka load of these vetke, these branches. All right, let's go inside and see. Let's see, what do we got here? I want to do a walkthrough and see if there is anything dead in any of these front branches. Ah, the fir tree. Right, the fir tree needs to be trimmed a bit. All right, let's go do that. Okay, so at this fir tree right here, these branches are a little bit low, and I can raise them up just by trimming the ends over here, and it'll pick it up, and that way you're not going to be hitting it every time you're walking by. And especially right now, we still got our chebin, the drain rock, and so we're walking around the drain rock pile, and you got to duck to bend your head down just to get around it. So I figured I'll trim this up a little bit, and it'll raise it up, and it'll look even better. All right, let's go cut. Okay, there it is. Trimmed it up, gave it a little bit of a haircut, cut a few of the branches, not many, but it did lift everything up, and now you could easily walk underneath it. Now let's take a look over here. What do we got? Well, I see a few dead branches right there. I don't know how I'm gonna get that. Might have to bring the ladder over. And anything here? Well, I trimmed this up a couple weeks ago, so nothing really is needed here. Same with over here or over there. Ah, there's a few. So I'll trim that up. And the maple looks good. Maybe I'll trim some of these ones that are hanging down just to give it that nice canopy look. And then we're pretty much done. All right, let's go back to work. I brought my ladder over and I put it up onto this doop tree or oak tree. And there were a few branches that I took down. I had to cut. Some of them I cut, some of them you just touch them and they fall. So I broke up the pieces and I'm gonna use them for barbecue. So this is gonna be wood for the barbecue. Okay, now I just gotta do a quick walkthrough, and like I see one branch right there that's growing in the downward direction, and I don't want that. And right over there I want to trim a little bit. And then I think I'm done with my pruning. All right, let's go put this away. Hey Vika, what's going on?
Let's go for a road trip.
Where are we gonna go?
It's not too far. It's one of the sawmills.
Okay, and what? We're gonna buy lumber or what?
No, we're gonna buy some larch bark.
Larch? Yeah, larch or tamarack bark. Okay, and in Russian it's called listvenitsa.
Because in the store it's look, in the store it costs 1,600 a bag.
And
60 liter bag.
How many liter?
60 liter.
60 liter bag of larch mulch for how much? What's the cost?
1,600.
Okay, 15 or 1,600. And at the sawmill direct?
Well, online also you can buy it, but it's gonna be 1,000 rubles to 1,100.
Okay.
And I found they're selling even different sizes.
Okay.
For 300 rubles a bag.
And what's the size of the bag?
60 liter, same.
60 liter.
Yep.
All right, well, let's go. Let's go on a little mini road trip.
Yep.
Okay, let's go. Showtime. So we gotta keep going straight towards Zelenka, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Inside 5 kilometers.
All right. Well, this road to the right is actually a new road that was built about 2.5 years ago. It's a bypass road that goes around the city of Khabarovsk.
Yeah, people were complaining that lots of trucks going through downtown.
Okay. Well, this is nice country road going to the sawmill to pick up some larch bark. Khabarovsk, Birbizhan, Komsomolsk. Okay.
We have to turn right.
So 408 kilometers to Komsomolsk. No, we're not going that far.
Ooh, what's this?
Turn right.
Turn right. You got your navigation.
Straight 3 kilometers.
So we only got 3K to go. Vika, what's on this sign? It says
Bark, Far Eastern bark.
Far Eastern bark.
That's the sign over there too.
You just barely see it.
It's so windy today.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go up the road. Check it out.
Ugh, windy. There, it says Karadeva. Found it.
Okay. So let's see what this operation is all about. Definitely not a sawmill. Well, so far. I just see
it says burial services.
burial services. Okay.
Oh, I think that's the bark that they have. There. That's there.
You have arrived at your destination.
Have arrived.
Okay.
Wow, that's bark. They're drying it. Look how many bags there are. Oh my God.
Oh.
We found treasure.
Okay, let's turn around. All right, so we're inside this Quinset Arch building, and we're being loaded up with all this bark. So let's turn the camera around. I'll show you how they actually make it. So they bring the bark in over here, comes into a pile. They run it through a little conveyor right here, and it's a spinning barrel, and it separates it into different grades. So you can see right here, you've got fine, you've got the mid, and you've got the coarse. And you could see, so this is how you got a fine screen right here, you got the mid, and you got the coarse. And then they bag it. They fill up the bags right over here, put it on this table, and they heat press it, and there it is. Everything is all covered up. And they've got thousands of these bags, and there they are. We loaded up our черешня cherry. Как вас зовут? Hello. Dmitry. This is Dimitri, and this is his business. So, да, очень интересно. А как долго берет это все собрать так? Неделю?
Все пакеты?
Да.
3 days.
3 days. So it takes 3 days to get all this, but he says he has 4 workers that are doing it. Oh, we're loading up some more. И шо влезет? Again, 15 bags. Okay. Wow. That's 15? Okay. So here is the name of the business, Kora Listvinitsa. And if you live in Khabarovsk, you can give them a call and get some larch bark. So as you can see, there is a lot of bark. So this is the coarse bark. That's right here. And then it gets to the mid and the fine. And we got 15 bags of larch bark in our черешня cherry teagle. Okay, Vika, so we got the car loaded up with 15 bags of larch bark.
Yeah.
And what did it cost us?
5,000.
5,000 rubles.
And a good guy.
Yeah.
A new friend.
Yeah, this guy's a really nice guy. And we talked for longer than it took him to load up the car.
He definitely wanted to talk.
Yeah, well, if it turns out that we need more, whatever, we will be coming back. All right, so we're only about 20 minutes from our dacha, so it's not too far away. And yeah, now we don't need directions to come here. So next time, you can just call him up, and his name is Dimitri.
Yeah, he said, call me, say how much you need, and because we only got the smallest size, right?
Right.
That's the lower level.
Yeah.
And then for the good looks, we need the large.
Right. Oh, and I also told him that I have this YouTube channel.
Oh, he subscribed, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, hang on. I want to subscribe. So, new subscriber. All right, so, Дмитрий, если ты смотришь, спасибо, что поддерживаешь мой YouTube канал. Thank you for supporting my channel. All right, well, let's get on the main road here and head our way back. This is like a country road somewhere where I live in British Columbia, somewhere in the back roads of Winlaw or Appledale. All right, here it is. 15 bags of this Larch mulch. And now we got to take it off and we got to go put it somewhere. I don't know. So I got to get the wheelbarrow, the dacha, and I can probably put 3-4 bags at a time. And Vika is going to be putting it over there into her new flower garden area. So let's get to work. Let's get the wheelbarrow. Wheelbarrow. I still got these branches that I got to get rid of and put my ladder away. And then go and get that bark and haul it away. All right, let's get back to work. Okay, we got 8 bags loaded on the dacha here on the wheelbarrow. So 2 trips. This one will be 8 bags, and the next trip will be 7 bags. And all 15 bags can be taken away out of the SUV. Okay, everything out of the car. This is the second load with 7 bags, and we are done. So I looked at the time, and I still have probably about another hour and a half that I want to work here. So I'm thinking, what am I going to do? Well, let's turn the camera around, and I'll show you. Here it is. I use my ladder as a prop for my staining. So, you know, I put it up here, I drove some nails into here, and then I just place it so it doesn't fall, and I work a few levels, and then I lower it, and keep working away, and then I turn it around, and I do the other side. So it's a monkey job. It's very, very easy, but it's time consuming. This will take about an hour. So 2 days ago, I stained, or maybe 3 days ago, I can't remember. I was doing some staining here, and it dried. So this was the first coat, so now I'm going to do a second coat, and then I am all done. Actually, it's pretty warm right now. I wonder what the temperature is like. 29.5 degrees Celsius. So the weather forecast was way off because it did warm up today. So there you go. Yeah, Takaznal, I knew it. It did warm up. And it's about 5:30 p.m. But it is a bit breezy. So let's see. How's my gauge there with the fir branches? They're moving around, so this is good. Nice and breezy. It's definitely not humid. And I can get my work done. All right, let's go to work. Let's stain this one last lattice here. And then I can start cleaning up and go home. All right, let's go to work. Here it is. All done. Second coat. And this took me exactly 56 minutes. So I just wanted to see exactly how long it takes. So I put the timer on my phone. So yeah, both sides. And what takes a long time is that you have four sides, and you're doing, you know, all the way across. You do one side, then you got to go back. And it's really time consuming, but the result is cool. So yeah, I mean, by staining it twice, this is going to give me more than 3 years if it wasn't stained. I mean, this will easily double it because all the staining gets soaked in, and then with the second coat on it, it gives it that luster. And there it is. All right, I think I still have time I'm gonna go water my grass that I planted the other day. Right? Let's go do that. Okay, I am finished the watering. So I had these sections right here and that over there. And the next time I come here, not tomorrow, tomorrow's Tuesday, so not tomorrow, on Wednesday when I come, this I'll be able to take off because I could see that the grass is already coming out. Okay, and same with this area right here. This actually was planted the same time as that right there. So the tarp will come off there. And that's about it. So yeah, things are coming together slowly. Oh, and this right here, this was planted the other day, so I gotta keep watering that. Yeah, it's coming along very, very slowly, but check this out. So when I mowed the grass, I did the first cut on the drainage area. So that was planted 2.5 weeks ago. And it is pretty much all blended in except the grass is a little bit later. But I'm still keeping a rebar here just to remind us that don't really walk on it. It's still not too firm. And the next time I cut this right here, I'll be able to start cutting in the center and it's gonna look like this. So there it is. That's what I have going on. Time to go home, time to rest. And if you guys like this video, you know what to do. Leave a comment. Some of you made some pretty good comments on the last video when I was talking about the bricks. And somebody mentioned that I can make a fire pit or an oven. Yeah, I guess I could do that, but the problem is it's not gonna happen this year. Probably not even next year. Eventually, yeah. I've got so many other things on the go that I gotta catch up. My arbor. You guys remember the arbor that I was working on? I got all the pieces together. Well, I still gotta put it together and I gotta stain it, but before I could do that, I gotta finish on the lattices like that over there. So I did one today. They take an hour. They take a long time to do. And I've got another, I don't know, 13 or 14 to do times 2. So that's 26 more hours. Yeah. In between doing other things. All right. I got to go. Take care. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Help grow my channel. Share this video. Let everybody know what life is like in the Russian Far East. It's actually pretty good. Like they say, можно спокойно жить. You can live nice and quiet. Everything is good. Okay, I gotta go. Until next time. Пока-пока.